There were many accomplishments.
Next is Esther. She's receiving AB Honor Roll, Citizenship, and Growth.
There were a lot of personal growths that we all got to experience. But that's not to say that we went through a lot of heartaches and a lot of changes that we're still getting used to.
Tu protección me envuelve por completo.
And you lay your hand upon me.
Y me cubres con la palma de tu mano.
This is so good. Your knowledge is amazing to me.
Sigue diciendo, conocimiento tan maravilloso rebasa mi comprensión.
It is more than I can understand.
Tan sublime.
Look at verse 7.
Mira el versículo 7.
Where can I go?
¿A dónde podré ir?
Where can I go from your spirit?
¿A dónde podré alejarme de tu espíritu?
And where can I flee?
¿Y a dónde podré huir
Your presence.
de tu presencia?
How you respond to the difficult times in your life gets you to where you need to be. You decided to praise. All honor and all glory still goes to God, because through all these difficult seasons that we've had to face, we've still gotten a chance to grow. Although there have been uncertain moments, our faith in God has never been shaken. And this just leads me to share a very vulnerable moment that we've all been facing as a family. This was our home. There's a lot of mess and there's a lot of things that are out of order. We had to pack up, we took down the beds, we had to put everything in place and leave this home. This was never in the plans, and although we did start our business and that has been going very well for us recently, and we've made a lot of strides to be currently where we're at right now, it hasn't always been easy. Not only have we had unwanted court hearings in which we had to be the voice for the ones that can't speak for themselves. As a mother, it takes a toll on you, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and in all senses. It does feel like a lot of the times it all hits you at once, because along that time frame, we also went through a very hard financial hardship. But I share all this not to have any kind of sympathy for us or anything like that, but to really speak of what God has been doing. Through this season, God has been revealing to us so much. He's allowed our faith to just be more stretched. It has also grown us individually in a lot of capacities. As a family, it has drawn us closer, and to all experience still and through the season God's goodness and God's provision. Our response through all of this has just been to stay faithful to God, and we've seen Him come through and through with every situation that we still get to face. Yes, this has pushed all of us as a family into conversations that have been uncomfortable for all of us, but has united us at the very same time. We have a new place. It is a little bit bigger, and there's a lot of positive things in regards to this new place that we have to stay in. It's different. It's something we didn't expect. Change can sometimes be uncomfortable, but this is what has held us together. We have been praying this entire time, this entire season, that we have seen God come through time and time again. It's put us in front of people that we had never spoken to and that have given us information that we never had before. It has allowed us to push in our business. It has positioned us exactly to where God needs us to be, not just individually, but as a family. Even though this change has not been comfortable, maintaining our faith in God has given us the perfect clarity we have needed to know the next steps to take and understand that this is exactly where God needs us to be right now.
It's not about who you have under you, but it is rather what authority you are under.
Right.
And that's the most important thing as But if we are more submitted to God, this authority that He has given us becomes more evident to us. It becomes more clear to us. And we are able to say these things and to, proclaim His authority over our lives, over standing in the gap between other people. And being able to vocalize these things. Now, also there is effectiveness in prayer. It is not moved or managed by how eloquent that we may speak, but it's by how submitted I am to God. And this is for everybody. He has given this authority to everybody. If you've been walking with the Lord for a long time, for years, or you're new to the faith and you're just figuring out, well, maybe God can't use me because of my past or my life. He can still use you. We're here to say that we've not been perfect. We have a past. And because we've had a past, and because we've failed, and because we've been broken, we found God.
So now I'm looking out through a different window. My physical view may be different, but spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, I am exactly positioned to where God has been wanting me to be. And as we close this final chapter of our lives and leave behind what we were used to and what we were comfortable being in, new doors are opening up. This was an unexpected, unwanted, uncomfortable goodbye, but this was just God's redirection for our lives as a family. So just in case you've asked yourself, maybe, where have we been? Where are the vlogs, the podcast, and everything as far as activity on social media? Well, we've been closing a huge chapter of our lives. Our faith has been getting stretched. We are bonding more as a family. We're going through the process of getting mentally prepared, spiritually prepared, even physically prepared for what God has next in our lives. Not all change will feel good at the moment, and not everything makes sense when it happens. And just maybe all the plans that you had for yourself change. But I can guarantee you that if you embrace this season and allow it to develop you instead of becoming angry or blame others and even God for how things turned out, you will grow in ways you never even expected.
No shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb, running after me.
As I drew closer to God, instead of becoming bitter, I learned that when things don't go as planned, it doesn't have to be because we did anything wrong, but instead there is a peace that because we have been seeking after Him, He's allowing the redirection to finally happen. A lot of revelation is given as we can distinguish the friendships of those who have always reached out and made themselves available. Our focus on what matters is illuminated as we stay in constant prayer and communication with the Lord. We are beginning to see the why of what has happened, and we are starting to see the horizon in our finances, our business, ministry, friendships, family, and favor in things that have dragged on for way too long. Not only has the trial sharpened our faith, but seeing God come through reaffirms our faith. Even through it all, one thing I can confidently say is God's peace has never left us.